its ability to climb a tree, it will live out its entire life believing that it is stupid.
Embracing the possibilities that technology makes possible in education is in everyone's interest. Using the most modern tools and teaching our young people is the way that we can best equip them for the modern world, which increasingly operates through the internet.
It's about the ideas of growth, the logical thinking, and it's too late when the 18-year-olds come into me, it's too late at that point, because they've already missed out on some very formative years of logical thinking and computational thinking.
To not focus on the technology per se, but to focus on how we could use the technology to enhance the children's learning.
Our world is becoming more connected. More and more, a person's prospects and prosperity will depend on his or her skills, what they can do with the modern tools available to them.
We're also developing apps that lead you straight from your smartphone or your tablet or your laptop straight to our website and our catalogue. And the hits on that catalogue indicate how they are working really well.
We're in partnership with the parent, we're in partnership with the student, and that three-way partnership with the teacher, the parent, the student. If we shared all the data that we use every day, rather than being the isolated practitioner in our room, but being part of a collaboration amongst all the teachers and sharing all our knowledge, then it could only enhance the learning and teaching that's taking place.
Some of you may be familiar with Scratch, which is a free program for teachers to use to introduce children to coding. And so I kind of thought, no, that's way too much for me, because I have to say I'm not technically minded at all. So whatever you see had to be done in a really simple way for myself, more so than for their sake. So I contacted James. He said, I'll put a video up on YouTube and we'll see if we can figure it out that way. So we did, and I showed them the video. By the next day, they had managed to create the code in Scratch, bring it into the Mission B world, and that meant that every object could be moved, rotated, and all sorts of different things. So it opened up a huge other world of possibilities.
The students are thinking about things in a different way. Can they build a virtual world? Can they build a virtual system that they can live in and populate in their own ways? That's very different from when I went to school, because I learned the 3 R's, like all of you either learned or still teach. You are reading, writing, and arithmetic. I think, and the whole point of my talk today is, we need to do that. We also need 3 Ds, which are design, develop, and debug. And if your graduates are coming out from whatever age level you teach, and these concepts are completely alien to them, I think the workforce is going to very quickly move ahead of them, regardless of where they work.
And if there's one thing that's going to deal with this problem of digital literacy, it is by encouraging young people to spend their own time, and this is very important, not school time, their own time, that they commit their own time to learning coding and understand the building blocks from which the digital world is built.
The key thing here is about you getting access to data, because that's what's going to drive change in our schools. That's what's going to make me more accountable as a teacher.
Taking things to scale, taking what Noel does to scale, is a challenge greater than the one he's already encountered, because you're dealing with skeptics, you're dealing with all sorts of new problems, and it always will scale the benevolence. What we never realised, I think it crept up in us, was the notion that teachers talking to teachers, teachers training teachers, the teachers encouraging teachers, the teachers sharing resources with teachers. This was a world that frankly was probably at that time beyond us.
I got one of these iPads for each of the course directors and the people that have put the work in to devise the courses, and they have absolutely revolutionised the courses. Why? Because they actually provide a ready-made kind of assessment, as Lord Putnam says there, in terms of what's going on. They can now take a little shot of video, they can take a shot of photographs, and we have it so that they can connect by just pressing a button. It automatically links up to our server, which links up to our Flickr account. So that for each of those super options now, there's a wealth of discovery already happened, and we're only 6 or 7 weeks into the term.
Between 2011 and 2012, number of resources downloaded has doubled. More importantly, number of resources offered up and uploaded has quadrupled.
The pressure of the examination situation will not be on the students. It will be a different form of evaluation where they will evaluate their own progress. They will maintain an electronic e-portfolio throughout the 3 years, which will document everything they have achieved, every activity they have been involved in, their own response to the learning situation.
That form of constant assessment allows him and his staff to keep in touch with precisely what's happening subject by subject. That's got to be an enormous leap forward.
The first one is we want to build a discovery layer over our website. That's where you just do one search for whatever you're looking for and it will take you to absolutely every one of the resources on the website. So you could do a search for something like breast cancer and you're taken to online health information, you can be taken to the catalogue for books and all of it. No library service has done this yet, and we're the first ones working on it and we hope to have it delivered in about a year. This also is the decade of commemoration. As you know, you've the 1913 lockout, you've 1916, a range of other things. We are building up a remarkable set of historical documents and elements pertaining to that period, which we're digitising, and they will be available for all the schools in the county to use, well, in the country, because it's on our website, to use for free over the next while. The stuff we've unearthed, particularly in relation to this county, because that will be our brief in particular, is quite remarkable.
The message should be, let's get our management information systems up to speed in schools and use them to share the information with the parents. In so doing, I think you create a new world where we act as equal partners in a process which is designed to improve the education for your son or daughter.